Cold calling. Just hearing the words might make your heart race or your palms sweat, right? Well, you're not alone. About half of all sales reps feel the exact same way. But if you're running a business directory and coupon website, it is a key step to success. It can be a really great way to sell listings to local businesses. Now, you probably know you should be cold calling, but you're not. Why? Likely because you're worried about coming off as intrusive or obnoxious, or the possibility that you might get rejected. But failure to effectively implement cold calling in your business can impede your growth and result in slower or fewer sales. But if you're scared of cold calling, I have for you now 9 ways to overcome that fear so you can finally implement it into your sales process and activate this incredibly powerful technique. First, recognize that this is a common fear. It's easy to think that you're just not cut out for it, but that's not a valid excuse. Over half of sales professionals do everything they can to shy away from it. If you feel this way, you're actually in the majority. The reason why so many people feel this way is because it's not something we were ever taught or raised to do. So the basic fears you have are perfectly normal. Number 2, keep your eye on the prize. When cold calling feels like a burden, remind yourself why you're doing this. Maybe it's financial freedom or spending more time with the family, whatever it is. Use that motivation to push through. Because remember, you only have to sell a business directory listing one time, but you'll be making money from that client month after month, year after year. So focus on your long-term success, and you'll find it easier to stay on track. Number 3, do your research. One of the biggest mistakes people make when cold calling is not doing enough preparation, not researching the people that they're calling. Before you pick up the phone, learn as much as you possibly can about the business you're calling. Visit their website, check out their social media, know who you're talking to so that you can create a more natural, effective conversation. And if you can't find any info online, well, all the more reason why they need a listing on your site. Call in advance to gather any info you need to feel more prepared for the cold call, which is now nowhere near as cold. Number 4, follow a sales script. Winging it rarely works. A solid sales script helps you stay focused and on message, because without a plan of what to say, you might get nervous, you might miss key points, lose focus, or get off track. If you're selling local business listings, use Ideal Directory's sample script to guide your calls. If you know what you're going to say, that can make things a heck of a lot easier for you. On the topic of knowing what to say, number 5 is to practice, because practice makes perfect. Like anything in life, the more you practice, the better you get. Role playing with friends or family can help you build confidence. The more familiar you are with the process, the easier it will become. And have them lob objections at you, okay? The more they throw your way, the better prepared you'll be when you call on real businesses. That leads me to number 6, which is to learn to overcome objections. Sales objections are inevitable, okay? Instead of dreading them, anticipate them. Know the common objections and rehearse responses so that you can handle them with confidence. When a potential client pushes back, you're going to be ready. Objections are actually good because it shows that they're listening to you and might be interested. Number 7 is to stay persistent. You're going to hear a lot of no's. That's just part of sales, okay? But persistence pays off. Set daily goals for how many calls to make, and remember, every no brings you another step closer to a yes. Soon, you'll know how many no's you have to burn through to get to a yes, and then it becomes a really fun game. Number 8 is don't get discouraged. Look, rejection is part of sales, okay? You'd be foolish to think that every call will go smoothly and everyone will just buy whatever you're selling. Remember that you can't take it personally. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting the idea you're presenting, which is a knee-jerk reaction most business owners have with cold callers. While you'll find that the majority of business owners you speak to are pleasant, polite, and professional, you will come across folks who will cut you off, hang up on you, or tell you to never call again. Some people will be impatient, rude, and downright obnoxious, but Don't let negativity push you off your course. Stick to the plan and remember tip number 2, which is to stay focused on why you are running an online business directory in the first place. Finally, number 9 is to soak in your success. No matter how small, celebrate every win. Once you land your first sale, you'll start to see that the fear subsides. With every sale, your confidence grows. Take advantage of the opportunity to learn from every sale as well. Reflect on what you did differently that led to the sale. Did you say something different? Did you call at a certain time? What kind of business was it? Being able to identify what worked for you in the past is a skill you'll need to develop so you can replicate your success on the next call. The fear of cold calling is real, but it's also something you can overcome. If you came into this scared, you're in the majority. But you know who's not in the majority? The super successful salespeople who make cold calling a part of their business directory website sales efforts. Do the stuff no one else is willing to do, and you'll find financial success. Greatness comes from being in the minority of people who are willing to learn and get good at doing hard things. Hopefully, by following these steps, you'll be able to approach every cold call with more confidence and take your business directory website to the next level.